Have you ever sat quietly and watched the river of your own life flow by? Have you felt that beneath the surface of the years, there is a silent current, a subtle energy that has been with you since your very first breath? In the traditions I come from, we understand that your entrance into this world was not silent. It carried a sound, a vibration. This is not a game of numbers. It is a deep listening. Each vibration, from 1 to 9, is a seed. It speaks of the tree it can become, the lessons it must learn, and the fruit it is meant to bear. For those who have journeyed long, to understand this seed is to find comfort, to find a new strength. It is to look upon the landscape of your life and finally see the meaning in its terrain. Together, we will walk a path inward. I invite you to find a quiet space, perhaps with paper and pen, not for calculation, but for contemplation. We will discover the resonance of your beginning and what it illuminates about your path, especially now, in the season of your maturity. Stay on this journey with me to the end. Open your awareness. Let this be a source of inspiration for a life of inner peace, a life of profound fullness. And when you feel it, share the vibration you discover in the stillness below. Your journey can be a light for others. If your path began with the vibration of 1, you walk as the solitary mountain. This is the energy of leadership, yes, but its source is deeper. It is the courage to be fully present with your own soul, to take responsibility not just for your life, but for the energy you bring into the world. In the summer and autumn of your years, this strength is not for ambition, but for cultivating the deep, silent wisdom of the mountain itself, to be a calm and immovable presence in a world of constant change. My lineage teaches that true strength is the profound stillness that comes from being who you are, from following the compass of your own heart, unswayed by the shifting winds around you. If your life is tuned to the note of 2, you walk the path of the conjoining rivers. This energy is that of water seeking water. It is the wisdom of cooperation, the gentle power of compassion, the balance of the ecosystem. It reminds us of the sacred truth that we are not islands. Especially in our mature years, the nourishment of friendship, the shelter of family, and the flow of community are the very waters that keep our spirit vibrant. The true strength of the 2 is not in bending to another's will, but in the supple strength of the reed that bends to create a stronger weave. The Shaolin wisdom speaks of this life is a dance of balance, between the self and the other, between the silence within and the connection without, between the mind's knowing and the heart's understanding. A practice for these paths. If you are the 1, use your sovereign stillness to set new intentions, not for the world, but for your inner garden. If you are the 2, dedicate yourself to the flow of shared presence. Listen to the stories of others not to reply, but to understand. By feeling both the mountain and the river within you, you align your inner truth with the outer world, creating a life not just lived, but deeply felt. For the 1 whose journey resonates with 3, you are the joyful spring. This is the energy of creativity, of water that bubbles up from the earth, not because it must, but because it is its nature. It is a reminder that this life is a canvas, not just a task list, a space for laughter, for song, for creation. If this is your vibration, your soul's purpose is to be a source of this upwelling joy. My tradition teaches that expression is a form of release. It is the heart speaking its truth, be it through a conversation, the shaping of clay, or the telling of a story. Creativity is not the domain of the artist. It is the birthright of every soul. Weave play into the fabric of your day. This energy is the antidote to the poisons of isolation and stillness of the mind. If your vibration is 4, you are the enduring earth. You embody stability, the trust of solid ground, the wisdom of building foundations that last. In the later seasons of life, this energy is a profound gift. It is the anchor that provides order, security, and a deep sense of peace. If this is your resonance, you are the soil in which others can grow. You are the dependable heart, the one who understands the sacred rhythm of routine, the deep comfort of home. The practice for the 3 is to find where your joy most naturally springs forth. The practice for the 4 is to honor the temple of your daily rhythm that gives you structure. Tend to your home. Tend to your relationships. And from this solid ground, be proud of the shelter you have created. But even the earth needs the rain of change. Allow a small stream to alter its course. It will only make the soil more fertile. By wedding the joy of the spring to the stability of the earth, your life becomes a balanced garden, where every day is a new planting, a new opportunity for peace to bloom. The vibration of 5 is the energy of the unbound wind. It is the path of change, of adaptability, of freedom. If this is your resonance, your spirit is not afraid of new horizons. You are the explorer, the learner, the one who seeks to know what is beyond the next hill. This energy is a precious gift in our mature years, for it is the secret to vitality. It is the voice that whispers, life is not over. It is always beginning. A flexible mind, an adaptable spirit, these allow us to meet the inevitable storms of life, not with resistance, but with the grace of a dance. The message of the 5 is a gentle one. You do not need a hurricane to feel change. Simply step out of the doorway of your routine. Walk a different path. Taste a new flavor. Even a small shift in the breeze can bring a feeling of liberation and renewal. The resonance of 6 is the warmth of the hearth. It is the path of care, of family, of deep, harmonious connection. You are the heart of the circle. You are the one who naturally tends to the flame, who shelters others from the cold. In the Shaolin understanding, to care for another is the highest practice of wisdom. It is in the giving of our own warmth that we find ourselves warmed. For the elders of our community, the 6 is a reminder of the preciousness of your presence. Your wisdom, your experience, your tenderness is the fire around which future generations gather. But remember the teaching of harmony, a fire that gives all its fuel away burns out. Balance the giving of care with the receiving of it. Learning to ask for help is not weakness. It is the wisdom to keep your own fire burning bright. The practice for the 5 invite one small, new thing into your day. A new route for your walk, a new piece of music, a conversation with a stranger. The practice for the 6 dedicate moments to consciously tending your connections. Share a story. Truly listen. And do not forget to tend to the temple of your own body and spirit. When you embrace the energies of both the wind and the hearth, your life becomes a vessel for both invigorating newness and deep, meaningful warmth. If you resonate with 7, you walk the path of the still, deep water. It is the energy of wisdom, of introspection, of the spirit. It is the courage to retreat from the noise of the world, to find the truth that waits in the silence within. In our mature years, the 7 becomes a source of immense power. It sees every moment not as something to get through, but as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to deepen the connection to your own soul. The path does not require hours of meditation in a cave. It asks only for moments, a few minutes each day dedicated to pure silence, to observing your thoughts as clouds passing in the sky, to feeling the earth beneath you. This is the well from which all true answers are drawn. The vibration of 8 is the energy of the abundant harvest. It is strength, the wise management of resources, the embodiment of true inner worth. If this is your path, your life has been a field you have worked, planting seeds, tending them, and bringing forth a harvest for yourself and others. But the teaching reminds us that true power is the balance between the seed and the soil, the material and the spiritual. A harvest has meaning only when it nourishes, when it brings peace and well-being to the whole garden. In your season of maturity, the message of the 8 is clear. It is time not only to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but to become the one who shares them. Your experience, your knowledge, your resources, these are the seeds for the next generation. A practice for these vibrations for the 7. Invite moments of intentional silence into your day, a walk without a destination, a journal for your quiet reflections. Your inner discoveries are a treasure for the world. For the 8, organize your abundance, not just of things, but of time and wisdom. How can you help another's garden to grow? How can you become a mentor, a supporter, a source of stability for others? By embracing the path of inner wisdom and the path of outer creation, you open yourself to a life of profound meaning, strength, and fulfillment. Your presence becomes a legacy. And for those who resonate with 9, you walk the path of the limitless ocean. This is the energy of compassion, of completion, of a love that holds all things. Your life experience has been a river flowing towards this great sea, gathering wisdom, understanding, and the ability to see the whole shoreline. The 9 represents the beautiful completion of a cycle and the quiet preparation for what comes next. It is the power to hold another's pain with understanding, to forgive, and to be a source of vast, calming peace for your family and community. In your mature years, the 9 brings a message of deep acceptance. To embrace all that you have been, including the storms and the struggles, as precious parts of your journey to the sea. Now is the time for letting go of old wreckage, for forgiveness, for opening your heart like the endless horizon. The practice of the 9 is a simple one: give of your vastness. Be a listening ear, a source of comfort. Cultivate gratitude for every drop of rain and sunlight that has brought you here. Share the stories of your journey. Your wisdom is a lighthouse for those still navigating the treacherous coasts. Through this journey of vibrations, we see how the resonance of your beginning can be a wellspring of inspiration. Each path, from 1 to 9, holds a sacred energy, a unique message. But the deepest teaching remains unchanged. True wisdom is the flower that grows from the soil of your own heart. It is the capacity to accept all that you are, all that you have been, and to remain open to the sunlight of growth, no matter the season of your life. Remember, this vibration is not your cage. It is a key. It is a reminder of the rich music of your soul and the potential for peace and fulfillment that lies within you always. Thank you for walking this path with me. I invite you to share the resonance you feel within you. Your story may be the very thing that helps another find the meaning and the music in their own journey.